we'll go ahead and visit with Dr. Ben Powell, the Free Market Institute over at Texas Tech University. You guys have a big speaker tomorrow.
Yeah, well, guess who? Now that you kind of said who's coming on the show in a minute. We're thrilled to have Ron Paul speaking for us tomorrow at Texas Tech. The event's at 5:30. Doors open up at 5. It's no monetary charge. General public, faculty, staff, students, everybody welcome. I expect we're going to fill out the Allen Theater, so get there early. The band lot just south of the Student Union building, we've reserved free parking there starting at 5 o'clock. The Texas Tech bookstore will also have some of Ron Paul's books for sale, as well as some of the Institute faculty members' books out there as well, if anyone would like to buy something. But Ron will be giving a lecture and then taking questions from the audience afterwards. You
guys have gotten a lot of press off of having Dr. Paul in. What is it you think about Ron Paul that draws people to listen to him?
Well, he certainly does draw people to listen to him. I mean, part of the motivation to bring him in addition to being a serious intellectual about these ideas and not just a politician, he's probably done more to connect with young people and the general public too, but particularly young people than anybody else in the last decade to introduce them to the ideas of limited government and economic freedom. He's just got a way of putting it that attracts people.
Yeah, absolutely. Tomorrow night, the event with the Free Market Institute at Texas Tech, Dr. Ron Paul will be speaking. What time does everything get started?
Everything gets started. Lecture begins promptly at 5:30. Doors open at 5. Get there early to get in and get a seat.
Yeah, I think so. This is, you've had quite a few big speakers who have come in to the Free Market Institute, and I've heard that those have just gone great. I mean, we were talking about that beforehand, but this y'all have gotten more interest off of this than many of the others.
Sure. I mean, we do these events regularly and kind of once a year do a big headliner like this. And Walter Williams darn near packed out the Allen Theater there, which holds about 950 people, I think.
Yeah.
Napolitano wasn't much less than that. So I expect Ron Paul will have it bursting at the seams.
What are some of the things that over at the Free Market Institute, for those who don't know a lot, I mean, hey, it's in the name, so you should know what the Free Market Institute is all about. But what are some of the things that y'all are looking at and that you've been looking at and talking to people about?
Sure. So, I mean, we teach classes at the university, but we conduct research both as a group and with outside scholars and of independent research in normal faculty members. We've been doing a lot recently on the origins of economic freedom. So not necessarily the benefits of free markets, but studying how societies change. How do some of them become more freedom and loving and others have their freedom, as we're seeing in the United States here today, deteriorate? And kind of what are the social change dynamics surrounding that? There's been a lot of that. And we just had a new book come out on the economics of immigration, actually, that resulted from a research conference that we ran, about a year ago.
Interesting.
Publishing can take a long time sometimes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, when you're watching and I don't know how much you've been watching the 2016 candidates, both on the left and the right. See, you're already giving a look, so this is the perfect question for you. How angry do you get?
Well, I do my best not to watch them very much so that I don't get so angry. Because, I mean, but they're giving sound bites and saying things to please ill-informed voters for the most part, who react on emotional grounds. And most of them know better than a lot of the things that they're saying. They're not stupid people. What they are is they're good chameleons who are good at playing to the crowd. And I don't really get a lot of pleasure out of watching that. Most of them are smarter than what they indicate.
Is there anyone in particular that has been espousing any good economic plans? I don't know if they've really gotten into details yet on their economic plans.
Most of them don't get into details because most people eyes will glaze over if you start getting into your economic plan, so it doesn't buy you votes. Yeah. I mean, there's one obvious candidate who might be related to somebody that we're having at Texas Tech soon who is closer to free market ideas.
And he's gaining no traction, by the way. Yeah, I mean, there's no traction at all, which has been surprising to me.
It's surprising how it fell off, but you know what? I'm an economist, not a political forecaster, so I'm no better and probably a lot worse than your average listener to this show at forecasting who's going to be popular.
Dr. Ben Powell in studio with us. We'll go ahead. We'll take the break. One more time, let's go ahead and plug the upcoming speech, I guess, or discussion tomorrow night over at Texas Tech University.
In the Allen Theater, 5:30, the speech begins. Doors open at 5 with former Congressman Ron Paul. He's going to be talking about markets versus government and the importance of freedom.
All right. Get there early. Get a parking space. Get a seat. And absolutely free. Should be a great speech over at Texas Tech tomorrow.